thing is how did you get involved with MMA?
My older brother, actually. I have an older brother named Frank. He's 4 years older, and when you're a younger brother, you kind of copy everything your older brother does. So he started with Taekwondo, Aikido, wrestling, and I thought he looked cool, so I just copied everything he did. And then when I got old enough, I got into MMA.
Your brother is into MMA also.
He never fought professionally, although he could have. He's my manager, actually, my fight manager. So he's always in the corner for my fights, supporting me.
Professionally, when did you start being a fighter?
I turned professional in 2009 in San Diego. I had my professional debut in San Diego in 2009. And after that, I moved back to Asia. And I've traveled and fought pretty much all around Asia. And right now I'm signed with One Championship, which is the largest promotion in Asia.
Prior to being a fighter, what are you doing before that? Before joining competitions?
Right. Before being a fighter, I was coaching. I was coaching wrestling in Japan and PE. I still teach PE at a Christian school in Baguio.
You're a teacher?
Yes, I'm a teacher.
Okay.
So I teach physical education at a Christian school in Baguio right now. Just a teacher and a coach.
Okay. Your fighting style in MMA?
I have a lot of wins by submission, wrestling and submission attacks. But I have a very aggressive fighting style. I think it's a fan-friendly style. You'll never see me in a boring fight. I always come forward and put a lot of pressure on my opponents. No Mayweather dancing, nothing like that. Just full blast. I always go forward and find a way to win and put the pressure on my opponents.
Speaking of submission, I heard that you won many competitions using this what choke is that? Rear naked choke. What's the story behind it, and how did you learn that style?
Well, it's a pretty common choke in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is the grappling art, and it's essentially just a choke where you're lashed onto the guy's back, and you get your forearm underneath his neck, and then put your other hand on top of his head and just squeeze like that. So,
did you copy it from other fighters, or?
Just from training, actually. Just training in Japan and in the States. I learned it a while back, and it's just something that comes pretty naturally to me. So a lot of my wins are from that hold.
How about the nickname Mugen? Where did that came from?
Mugen's kind of a funny story, actually. Mugen means limitless in Japanese.
Okay.
And when I was about to have one fight in Asia, the promotion, I didn't have a nickname at the time. And the promotion contacted me and they said, give us a nickname or we're going to give one to you. And of course, I didn't want to get stuck with something that sounded stupid or silly, like, I don't know, the Destroyer, or something dramatic like that. So my brother was next to me, and Samurai Champloo, which is a Japanese anime, it was on TV, and one of the main characters is named Mugen, and my brother suggested it, and he was like, yeah, why don't you choose Mugen? I'm like, it's a cool show, and character looks cool, why not? And ever since then, it stuck.
You got a very impressive, what do you call this, standing. I mean, it's 14-2 or 16-2?
14 wins and 2 losses.
14-2. What's next with you in terms of fighting with One FC or?
Right. Well, I'll be fighting again in October overseas. I'll be representing the Philippines, and my eyes are set on winning a world title. I entered the sport from the very beginning with my dream and my goal as winning a world title for the Philippines and bringing a world title back home to Manila. So I won't stop until I get that.
Speaking of fighting, what do you think is can you remember your hardest fight?
Hardest fight?
Yes.
I had one fight here in the Philippines where I had to lose almost 20 pounds in 2 days before the weigh-ins because my scale at home was broken. I got on my scale and it said I was only 10 pounds heavy. And 10 pounds, I know it seems like a lot, but for a boxer or a fighter, you can lose that in 1 day if you just go to the sauna. So to my surprise, I checked my real weight on another scale and found out 2 days before the fight that it was actually 19.
Oh.
19 pounds. So I had 48 hours until the weigh-ins, and 19 pounds in 48 hours. It was just a miserable experience. I was running through the streets of Makati. I remember at one point I told my friend, hey, I'm going for a run. If I don't come back in 45 minutes, come find me, please, because I'll probably be passed out somewhere. And I made weight. I've never missed weight. I made weight. It was a grueling process. I made weight and won the fight.
Oh, yes.
So it was bittersweet at the end, but it was a really tough ordeal, I guess. Yeah.
Who was your opponent then?
I fought a very tough Filipino fighter, Alcer Lozada.
Okay.
Filipino fighter. I fought him here in Manila. I don't like to fight Filipino fighters, but I fought 2 Filipinos out of my 16 professional fights.
You're quite a celebrity here now in the Philippines. Are there any plans about going to show business?
Yeah, I'm open to all kinds of challenges. I'll never shy away from a challenge, and if given the opportunity to act or do something, I'll definitely take it.
But have you tried it already?
No, I've never actually acted or been part of a show. I've done some modeling and had some endorsements, but I'm definitely open to it and down to give it a try.
Thank you, Mark.